Hi everybody! After bringing you synchron woodwinds and synchron brass in the sleek flow view, it's time for the strings to steal the spotlight. And boy, do they make an entrance. Duality Strings Regular and Sordino are now flowing into flow view, and this isn't just any update. This is the most extensive collection ever adapted to FlowView, where Lucas and the dev team have worked tirelessly to pack every single articulation into that beautifully intuitive interface. And here's the cherry on top, it's a completely free update for all existing Duality Strings users, now delivered with VSL's signature lossless compression. What's more, you even get a new legato style, the Legato Largo, that sounds absolutely gorgeous. This video might run a bit long today, but hey, this is the summer of strings. So sit back, relax, let's keep it cool, and let's see what happens. I know that a lot of you will be asking yourselves this question, so I'll answer it right away. It is not the same thing as Duality Strings Essentials, about which I've made a video. Essentials only includes the most important articulations, one close mic, and the room mix. Here we have all the different types of articulations, all the microphone positions, and a new mic balance control. We'll try that out later. At first, you can see that you can now switch different articulations on or off in the matrix. If you know that you will not be using certain sounds, you can turn them off, and you save RAM and power. About the shorts, this time the staccatos and the detachés have been split up. The idea is to make the controls simpler and to make sure that everything is easy to see. Otherwise, there would have been too many things going on in a single articulation. Let's check the staccatos for the first violin. Velocity select the type of short notes, spiccato, spiccato tight, and staccato hard. Independently of the nature of the attack, the mod wheel manages the volume. So it means that, for example, if I push my mod wheel up to the top with a very slow attack on my keyboard, I will have a very loud spiccato. And on the contrary, if I push my mod wheel down to 0, but if I hit my keyboard really hard, I will have a very soft staccato hard. The detachés work in the exact same fashion, mod wheel for the volume and velocity for the type of détaché you want. For the pizzicato and the collegno, you have a little switch here on C1 for pizzicato and D1 for collegno. And here the velocity handles the type of pizzicato, regular or snap. Of course, this option is grayed out for the collegno. D#0, other ways to control your short articulations. This time you can choose yourself how you would like to handle your short articulations, so you can have either the key switch or the mod wheel. And when you're in the mod wheel switch type, you see that you have less types available, so it's easier to navigate through spiccato down to 0, spiccato tight in the middle, and staccato hard up to the top. As of the Sordino version, you have exactly the same controls. The long note articulation, as you would expect, is the most complex one. CC3 still manages the legato or sustain behavior, and the pedal is now used to select the different legato styles. CC4 allows you to control the release options. You have the normal one, the soft one, and the very soft one. Velocity controls the attack of your first note. And I just can't resist to try the legato's concertino. It's funny though, what I just played is the very first demo I wrote for VSL, almost 2 years ago. Time flies. For the swells, you can still have them with legato on or off. Let's try without. With a soft release. That's so cinematic. Let's enable the legato, and the transition option appeared. You can put so much emotion in here. Instant Hollywood. Now, if the regular version is that good, I just can't wait to check the Sordino one. This is beautiful. The tremolos, both unmeasured and measured, can have legato on or off. And for the measured tremolos, you can see which BPM you are selecting with CC20. and as you would expect, exact same controls for the Sordino version. The trills are now being selected by the key switches as they are more intervals than just half tone and whole tone. They can have legato on off, you even have some transitions options available. This is super practical because in the real case scenario, in the orchestra you have a trill followed by a long note. Before you had to manually input the key switch, here it's just programmed just out of the box. And for the Sordino, with the legato off, and let's say with the major third, the color is just instantly Debussy. For the harmonics, Velocity selects the long notes and the short notes, and you have the tremolo regular crossfade with CC3. And CC4 is the crossfade between harmonics and regular sounds. The glissando has tremolo and regular crossfade available. You can select the type of glissando you want with the velocity. Low velocity is just a regular legato. Mid velocity is a up glissando. And high velocity is a down glissando. And how about this one, but with some tremolo in it? It works so well. And it works the exact same way with the Sordino option. Look for the runs, how cool it is. There's a new widget for you to select your key. You can do it either by using the key switches or just by clicking on the key you want. Velocity manages the type, if you want it to be up or down. We can even choose the style, if we want it legato or détaché. And you can still choose the range. And finally, the universal articulations, everything cooked up in one single articulation for extra playability. Now let's quickly check what's the difference between mic balance and stage balance, and let's see how they sound when we combine them. So if I push it up to the top, we have the closed microphones. And if we turn it down, these are the ambient microphones. And the stage balance is for you to choose between the sound coming from the stage A or from the stage B. So what happened, for example, if I would choose the closed microphones here, and with the small ensemble in the stage B. And of course, let's do the reverse. Let's come back to the big ensemble of the stage A. And the ambient microphones. And at last, and this is no less cool or useful, you now have little diagrams to go with the different output routing options. It's easy to see what's going on, and you can see which outputs your signal is going to. Well, that's a wrap, my friends. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope the FlowView brings you endless inspiration, whether you're writing intimate chamber pieces or epic symphonic works. Take good care and see you really soon. Bye!